Okay guys, so in this video we'll be taking a look at the Foundation 5 a day from the Corbettmaths website, the Foundation Plus 5 a day, the Numeracy 5 a day and the Higher 5 a day from the 10th of June, okay, from the Corbettmaths website, okay. Corbettmaths is a fantastic resource and a fantastic website for GCSE maths, Key Stage 3 maths, Key Stage 2 maths, and even A-level maths as well, okay, and some GCSE further maths as well. Okay, as ever guys, please feel free to obviously pause the video, try the questions yourselves, and then press play when you're ready. This is the first question. What percentage of the shape is shaded? Well, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there are 9, okay, out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then going down, I've got 4. So it's going to be 9 out of 20. Okay, and if we multiply this fraction by 100, that will tell us what the percentage is. Okay, so essentially what I am doing is I'm doing 100 divided by 20, which is 5, and then times by 9 is 45. So the answer is 45%, guys, okay? So it's 9 out of 20 as a fraction, okay? A fraction to a percentage, I multiply it by 100, okay? And it gives me 45%, guys. This is the second question. Okay, I've got a list of data here. Find the mode, so the most occurring piece of data is 7. Okay, 7 appears at least 4 times. Okay, the range is the highest number, which is 12. Take away the smallest number, which is 1. 12 take away 1 is 11, guys. Okay, so hopefully it makes sense so far. Next part, to find the median. Well, arranging it from smallest to biggest, I've got 1 there. Okay, then I've got 3. Okay, then I've got 4. Okay. Then I've got 5. Okay. Then I've got 4 7s. Okay. So 7, 7, 7, 7. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and 4, and then I've got 2 8s, and then I've got a 12. Okay, I appreciate that I've gone over the page, but hopefully it is still readable and legible for you guys. Okay, so 2 8s and a 12. Okay, right, now crossing either side. So cross off the 1, cross off the 12, cross off the 3, cross off the 8, cross off the 4, cross off the 4, cross off the 5, cross off the 7, cross. The middle number is going to be 7, guys. Okay, because 7 is the one bang in between, okay, the whole piece of data. Okay, so you arrange it from smallest to largest or largest to smallest, and then you cross off from either side until you hit the last digit. If you have 2 pieces of data, so let's say I had a 6 and a 7, let's say, then you would add the 2 bits of data together and then half it. So 6 plus 7 is 13, divided by 2 is 6.5. Okay, that's if you had 2 pieces of data, okay, together. Okay, but we obviously have 1, okay, and that's 7. Okay, next question, guys. Find the value of x. Well, angles in a triangle add up to 180. So to work out this angle, I'll do 75 plus 45, and then I'll take it away from 180. Okay, 5 plus 5 is 10, so 0 carry the 1. 7 plus 4 is 11, plus the 1 is 12. Take that away from 180, and I get 60 there. To work out x's angles on a straight line add up to 180. So 180 take away 60 is 120, guys. Okay, so x is equal to 120. Okay, so just to repeat there, guys, angles in a triangle add up to 180. Okay, so I got 120 from 75 plus 45. 180 take away 120, so I can do that as column subtraction. Okay, 0 take away 0 is going to be 0. 8 take away 2 is 6. 1 take away 1 is 0. That's going to be 60 degrees. Okay, to work out x, angles on a straight line add up to 180. So 180 take away the 60 is equal to 120. Okay, right guys, next question. William is painting the side of his house. He has 8 litres of paint, and each litre of paint covers 16 meters squared. Does William have enough paint? Okay, so we have to work out the area of this compound shape. Now I've got a triangle and I've got a rectangle. Okay, so it's saying that this bit is going to be equal to 4, which means that this has to equal 6, because from the ground to the top of the building is 10 meters. Okay, so now I can straight away work out the area of the rectangle. Well, the area of the rectangle, guys, is length times width. So it's 15 times 6, which is 90 meters squared. Okay, that's area of the rectangle. Okay, so it's 6 times 15 or 15 times 6. Okay, and our units of area is meters squared in this case. Now the area of the triangle is base times height divided by 2. So it's 15 times 4 is 60, divided by 2 is 30. So it's 30 meters squared. Okay, adding together my area, I get 120, okay, meters squared. Okay, and it says each litre of paint covers 16 meters. So if I divide that by 16, that will tell me how many litres of paint I need. So 16, 32, 48, okay, 64, then it's going to be 80, then it's going to be 96, then it's going to be 112, so that's 7, okay, and I need more than 7, so it's going to be 7 remainder something, but I'm going to need 8, okay, ever. So the answer is yes, okay, so the answer is yes, because 120 divided by 16 is 7, and then remainder 8, so 7, sorry guys, yeah, 7 and 8 16ths, I believe. Okay, yeah, so that means that I've got to round this number up, which is going to give me 8, okay, because I can't have a fraction, yeah, of paint. Basically, I can only have paint in whole amounts, which is 1 litre, 2 litres, 3 litres. So it's 7 remainder something. Okay, it doesn't matter what the remainder is. I'm going to round up this number to 8, so the answer is yes, guys. Okay, next question, guys. Factorize this linear expression. So factorize means put it into brackets. The highest common factor of 15 and 20 is 5. Brackets 3y plus 4. Okay, so this topic requires you to have strong knowledge on factors of numbers. Okay, so make sure that you're happy with how to work out factors of 15, factors of 20, and finding the highest common factor that is common, okay, in both 15y and 20. Okay, and I get that. Okay, right, next part now. Expand and simplify sets of single brackets. So 9 times x is 9x. Okay, 9 times positive 2 is positive 18. Okay, minus 3 times 2x is minus 6x. Okay, and negative 3 times positive 2 is negative 6, guys. Okay, collecting my like terms, 9x minus 6x is 3x, 18 subtract 6 is 12, guys. So the answer I get is 3x plus 12. Okay, next question. What is the relative frequency of a 9 when I've got 1, 2, 3, so 3 out of a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the answer is 3/11. Okay, so relative frequency is just a posh way of saying what is the probability of getting a 9, okay, out of this. I've got 1, 2, okay, 3, okay, out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, next question, guys. Write as a single power of 5. Well, if I multiply, I add the powers if it's the same base. So 3 plus 11 is 14. Divided by 5 squared. Okay, when I divide the same base, I subtract the powers. So 14 take away 2 is 12. So the answer is 5 to the power of 12. Okay, and if you're interested, that's going to give like a large numerical answer, okay? But the question says write it as a single power of 5, so we don't have to worry about working that out. Okay, next question, work out an estimate of a mean. Okay, so what I need is 2 extra columns here. Okay, I need the midpoint and the midpoint times frequency. Okay. So the midpoint here between 20 and 40 is going to be 30. Okay, midpoint here is going to be 50. And midpoint here is going to be 70. And then all I do is I do the midpoint times the frequency. Okay, so I might not have a lot of space here, but I'll try and obviously put the workings to the side. So 3 times 30 is 90. 50 times 5 is 250, and 70 times 2 is 140. Okay, adding up the last column, which is midpoint times frequency. Okay, so midpoint times frequency. Okay, so I'm going to get 90 plus 250 is 340. 340 plus 140 is 480, I believe. 480 divided by the total frequency. Well, 3 plus 5 is 8, plus 2 is 10. So 480 divided by 10 is 48. Okay, so the mean is roughly 48 seconds, okay, on average. Okay, so this is working out mean of group data, guys. Okay, so you have to work out the midpoint, okay, first, and then work out the midpoint times the frequency, and then you sum your midpoint times frequency column, and then you divide that by the sum of the frequency. Okay, so double checking this, guys. I get 390. 390 plus 90 is 480. Okay, next question. The area of the trapezium is 46 centimeters squared. Work out the value of x. So the area of trapezium, so 46 is equal to 6 plus x. Okay, divided by 2. Okay, times by 4. Okay, so 4 divided by 2 is going to be 2, so it's going to be 46, okay, is 2 lots of 6 plus x, okay. What I could do here is divide everything by 2, which is also fine. Okay, I'll get 23 is equal to 6 plus x. Okay, if I divide everything by 3, but of course you are welcome to obviously expand the bracket, but because of lack of space here, it's a bit tricky. But if you expand the bracket, you would get 46 equals 12 plus 2x. You would then minus 12 and then divide by 2, okay. Here I'm going to subtract 6 on both sides, okay. So we're going to get x is equal to 17, okay, centimeters, okay. So the formula for the area of a trapezium is the 2 parallel sides added together, okay, and then I half it, and then I times it by the perpendicular height, okay. So what I did here was I divided everything by 2, okay, because here and here they end up cancelling, so I get 1 and I get 2 there, okay, so I get 2 lots of 6 plus x equals 46, okay. If I expand that, I get 12 plus 2x, so then I would subtract 12. Okay, I'd get 34 is equal to 2x, divide both sides by 4, and I'd get 17, okay? So that is like another way of solving an equation that involves brackets, okay? But I wouldn't always recommend this. I was just doing it because I had lack of space, okay? But hopefully it makes sense that I've divided the whole equation on both sides by 2, and it goes from 46 equals 2 lots of 6 plus x, to 23 is equal to 6 plus x. I divided everything by 2. Half of 46 is 23, and then half of 2 lots of 6 plus x just goes to 6 plus x, okay? Right, guys, we are now looking at the 10th of June, okay, numeracy 5 a day. A coffee costs £1.35. Paul buys 4 coffees. What's the total of the 4 coffees? Well, £1.35 multiplied by 4. Okay, now you may recognise that double of £1.35 is £2.70, and if I double that again, I get £5.40. Okay, because timesing by 4 is same as doubling it and then doubling it again. Okay, 4 times 5 is 20. Carry the 2. 4 3s are 12. Add the 2 is going to be 14. 4 times 1 is 4, and then plus the 1 is 5. So the answer is £5.40, sorry, not 20. Should be a 40 there, because 3 4s are 12, sorry, and then plus that 2 there makes it a 4, sorry. He pays with a £10 note. How much change does he get? Well, £10 take away £5.40 is £4.60. Okay. The reason why I know that is because £10 take away £5 is £5, and then take off an additional 40p of £5, and I get £4.60. Okay, name this shape. This shape is called a kite, guys. Okay, so it's called a kite. Okay, name this shape. This shape is called a parallelogram. Okay, so it's parallel. Okay. Ogram. Okay, so it has 2 sides of parallel sides. Okay, hence the name parallelogram. Okay, next part, using BidMaths, do the brackets first. 9 plus 2 is 11. Okay, 7 plus 3 is 10. 11 times 10 is 110, guys. Okay, here being careful and using bid mass, okay, I'm going to do the 4 divided by 2 first. So 4 divided by 2 is 2, so I'm going to be taking away 2. I'm now going to do 30 times 10, which is 300. Okay, 300 take away the 2, okay, is 298, guys. Okay, for that one. Okay, next question. Work out 6/11ths of 55. So it's a fraction of the amount. So divide by the denominator times by the numerator. So 55 divided by 11 is 5. Okay, 5 times 4, sorry, 5 times 6, sorry, is equal to 30. Okay, so the answer is 30, guys. Okay. Next question. A crate can hold 12 cans of lemonade. Thomas has 200 cans of lemonade. How many crates can he fill? Well, 200 divided by 12. Okay, that's 100 over 6, which is 50 over 3. Okay, so 50 over 3. Okay, so work out how many 3 is going to 50. So 14 is 42, 15 is 45, 16 is 48, so it's 16 and 2/3, okay, but I can't have 2/3 of a crate, okay, so I need, okay, 17, okay. Okay, so how many can be filled? 17. Okay, because I'm assuming that I can't have a fraction of a crate. Okay. We're now looking at the 10th of June, higher 5 a day. First question, simplify root 98. So it's simplifying surds. Well, that's same as saying root 49 times root 2. Okay, so the idea here is we find the highest square number factor that goes into 98, that's 49, and it's a special one because the square root of 49 we should know is 7, so 7 times root 2 is equal to 7 root 2, guys. Okay, so 7 root 2, okay, for that one. Okay, next question, circle the identity. Okay, identity means it has 3 lines, so it's this top one here. Okay, the second one an expression, the third one is a quadratic inequality, and the fourth one is an equation, okay, involving quadratics. Okay, ever. Next question, find x and y. Well, to find y, opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral add up to 180. So 180 take away 121 gives me the angle for y. So 0 take away 1 I can't do, so I have to borrow. That becomes a 7. That becomes a 1. 10 take away 1 is 9. 7 take away 2 is 5. And 1 take away 1 is nothing. So that becomes 59 degrees. Okay. This one here, angles on a straight line add up to 180. So 180 take away 114. Okay. So 0 take away 4 I can't do, so I borrow or exchange. That becomes a 7, that becomes a 1. 10 take away 4 is 4. 7 take away 1 is 6. And 1 take away 1 is 0. So this angle, sorry, should be a 6 there, not a 4. Okay. I apologise for that, guys. That's going to be 66 degrees. Okay, to work out what x is, opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral add up to 180. So 180 take away 66 gives me the answer of 114. So x is 114 degrees because 180 take away 66 is 114. The reason I know that is because I'm doing like the reverse process of this sum. 180 take away 668 gives me 114. Okay, so I used this sum and I manipulated it to work out what x was. Okay, and then y is equal to 59 degrees. Okay, so x is 114 degrees, guys. Okay, let's just write it a bit more clearer. Okay, 114. Oops, it's a big one there. Okay, 114 degrees and y is 59 degrees. Okay, so make sure you are happy with what I mean by cyclic quadrilateral. Each point of my quadrilateral has to touch a point on the circumference of the circle, otherwise it is not known as a cyclic quadrilateral. Okay, so each point has to be a point on the circumference of the circle. Okay, if one of those points are not on there, then it's no longer a cyclic quadrilateral. Okay, but the rule is the opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral add up to 180. Okay, next question. A cube has the same volume as the cone. Calculate the side length of the cube. Well, the volume of a cone is a third pi r squared h. So a third times pi, okay, times r squared. Well, the diameter is 10, so the radius is going to be 5. Okay, half of 10 is 5, times 5 squared times 12. Okay, 12 squared is 25. 25 times 12. Okay, so working it out here, guys, on my calculator. So 25 times 12 is 300. Okay, divide that by 3. Okay, and then times it by pi. So the volume is 100 pi, okay, centimeters cubed. Okay, and I'll leave the pi in for now and then round my answer at the end. Okay, centimeters cubed. Okay, so that's the volume of that. Okay, so a third times pi times the radius squared times the perpendicular height. So it's 5 squared times 12, okay, times by a third or divide by 3. Okay, and then it's 100 pi centimeters cubed. So to work out the side length of one of my cube, okay, so the volume of a cube is length times width times height, but they're obviously equal to each other actually, so that means that I'm going to form an equation involving the volume. So let's label that as x, that is x, and that is x. So to work out the area of, the volume of a cube is length times width times height. So it's x cubed is equal to 100 pi centimeters cubed. Okay, and I'm going to take the cube root of that. Okay, so it's the cube root of 100 pi. Okay, so doing this on my calculator, so the cube root of 100 pi, okay, and I get the answer of, okay, 17.72, okay, to 2 decimal places. So 17.72 centimeters to 2 decimal places, okay, if that makes sense. Okay, but if you want the full answer, on my calculator it says 17.72453850,906. Okay, of course 17.7 is also fine. Okay, 17.725 is also fine. Okay, 18, yeah, is also fine. Okay, yeah, and stuff like that. Okay, so that's my answer for that one. Right, last question, guys. Work out 10,000 to the power of 3/4. So it's the 4th root, okay, of 10,000, and then I cube my answer. So it's a fourth root of 10,000, okay, which is equal to 10, because 10 to the power of 4 gives me 10,000. Okay, so it's 10, and then I raise it to the power of the numerator, which is 3. 10 to the power of 3 means 10 times 10 times 10, which is 1,000. So my answer is just 1,000. Okay. So this is looking at fractional indices. So the denominator takes the root of my number and the numerator raises it to the power once I've worked out the first part. Okay, so once I've worked out the root part, then the numerator is what I raise it to. Okay, once I have the first part of my answer, if that makes sense. Okay, right guys, that's the end of today's video, so I hope you found it useful. If you did, please press like, please hit that subscribe button, okay, if you're new, and lastly, please turn on post notifications by clicking that bell icon next to the subscribe button so you don't miss out on further and future videos on this channel. Okay, but that's it for me today, guys. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you soon. Okay, bye for now.